Hi, friends, and welcome to the cream of the crop, the cherry on top, Miss Grape and Mr. Literary Critic, Devesha and Catherine. Not Devesha.
I'm here.
What's her name?
Wallace.
Wallace and Catherine are just around the corner. Who can tell when they'll show up? I can tell that Wallace will show up now. There she is.
Okay. Where did Catherine go?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Popped off.
Yeah. Welcome to another Friday, another Troublestream. I had a question for today.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah. What do you think? I wait for you and Catherine to get back? Oh, there she goes. The question is for both you guys and the chat, or for you, Devesha, I guess, since the rest left.
Okay.
What is your favorite character name that you've ever come up with?
Ooh.
And same goes for chat. If you leave a comment, we'll get to them in a minute. Are you gathered, Wallace? Are you composed?
Yes.
Do you play poker by any chance? Do you lose a lot of money?
No.
Okay, I was just making a remark on your poker face.
That went over my head.
Hello, Marta. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Miguel. Hello, Rose. Hello, Petra. Hello, Sambrahani, Danny.
Hi,
And
everyone.
hello, Caitlin. Welcome to another Friday. Do you have any thoughts on the subject yet?
I think it's a basic name, but I think my favorite character name that I've created thus far.
That was an audio-visual experience, Catherine.
I'm so glad that
was.
Sorry, my internet.
Thank you for that.
My power keeps flickering on and off, so
That's
they
fun.
vanish.
Oh.
They vanish.
Love
Our
that
bad
for you.
storms
Is it-
in your neck of the
No.
woods.
Is it the hash slinging slasher?
It is the hash slinging slasher because it's literally 80 degrees and sunny out. So don't know what they're doing to me. But
Okay. For anyone asking, nobody asked. For anyone joining, I want to know your favorite character name that you've ever created. Same goes for
So
you guys. in
Devesha was
chat.
in the middle. Devesha was in the middle of answering that question.
Yeah.
Yes, like I was saying, it's a basic name, but I think my favorite is Riley. I really like that name for some reason. And
I like it
I think
too.
that's the name I gravitate towards too, because the first time I used it was for a side character. So every time I make a new character, I'm like, ooh, I could call them Riley. And I'm like, no, there's one already. There's one already.
That's like a tough one because names that you just in your personal ranking of names rank the highest. I have always loved the name James, and James is the name of the protagonist of Project EC. But I think my favorite, I love to get really quote unquote deep with names, and by quote unquote deep I mean I do one layer of looking at what they mean. I'm gonna turn my phone off. Sorry about that.
That was in unison beep.
yeah.
Now me turning my phone on silence as we speak.
But I think my favorite, at this point, just off the top of my head, would be in Project EC. There is what's halfway between main character and minor character, just a side character. I don't know, major character, I guess. I don't know. There's an important
Secondary character.
Yeah, an important secondary character whose name is Marisol. And initially her name had been something else, and I changed it just because I felt like it needed to change. And then retroactively realized that Marisol has so many meanings that are totally in line with that character. The name can mean to be lonely, but also can mean the sun and the sea, and it's just it makes so much sense with that character. So I think in Project EC, even though it wasn't overt choice, and the meaning behind the name Marisol makes it my favorite name in Project EC. So yeah, that's my answer.
I like how you just came up with the name and then it had all this added meaning to it when you looked into it.
I'm just talented like that, you know.
She's just gifted like that. She's built different. She's not like other girls.
Yeah, no.
Can I just last names? Do you want to give them up for these two characters? Because I always love like a good first name, last name combo.
Yes. Oh, you go first though, Devesha.
I don't think they have a last name. It's been so long since I worked in, because this was in my Grim Reaper story. It's been so long since I worked on that, I barely even remember the main character's name. So
Marisol's last name is Altair, Altair, and that was intentional. And when she was called something else, that was also her last name, because she is best friends to one of the main characters, and the main character of Project EC is, surprise, surprise, from a girl who studied astronomy. The main character of my first ever novel is obsessed with astronomy, and Altair is her favorite star. And so when she and Marisol met, that was kind of like important link in their friendship was, oh, it was destiny because your last name is my favorite star. So
that is so cute.
That sounds like soulmate behavior if I do say so myself.
Catherine, you and I have been saying it.
I know. We've been on the ship train.
You've been new. What's your favorite character name that you ever come up with, Catherine?
Oh gosh, I've been sitting here thinking about every character, and there's so.
Oh, I thought you were just constipated. My bad.
Moving on. I've created so many characters in my life that it's really hard to think about like what my favorite name is.
Mhm.
I also, when I pick names, I pick off like based off like feel and like what they feel like as opposed to like their actual meaning, because I do write fantasy, so
Yeah.
I don't always use the real world meanings for the characters. The first name that came to mind is obviously Asani Coldwater, which it makes me laugh because Devesha was like Dasani Coldwater. So now that's why she's my favorite character name. She's also my favorite character, so I'm a little bit biased because I love her as a character too. I also have characters Lucian Conway, which I really just like the sound of. Or Lucian Dark.
I love the name Conway, the last name. It's a good last name.
That is a good name.
And then his parents are Karis and Sullivan. And I really like those names because, like, I don't know. When I think of the characters in my mind, their names kind of fit with their names. Like, Sullivan's nickname is obviously Sully. And so, like, he's kind of like a big teddy bear and really fun and, you know, charming. And
Wait, does the name Sully make you think of a big teddy bear because of monsters?
yes. Shut up. Yes, it does.
And that's on projection.
Because to me, Sully sounds like the name of like a kind of grimy pirate. Like,
I see that.
That's the vibe I get from the name Sully.
A grimy pirate with a heart of gold.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
My Sully is the one from Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. That's what I go to.
Oh, that's so funny. My mom used to get mistaken for Jane Seymour a lot when she was younger.
Not the worst thing to be mistaken for.
No, not at all. Wait, so Katie, was your like final answer was Asani is probably your most favorite at this point?
Probably. Well, I think all of the Guardians, like the immortal characters' names, I really love. Asani.
Okay, but you can pick one, Catherine. That's the
I
assignment.
can't never pick one. I can never pick one.
All of them are hanging off the edge of a cliff, and you can only pick one. Which one is it?
Only the names, not the characters.
All the characters must be nameless. No, probably Asani. But I again, do I really
Okay,
love
thank you for your answer.
Or is it because I love her character?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's a pretty dope name, so.
Not to bring the conversation back to me before Steve gets to answer his own question, but I had, as Katie was talking, I had another memory in how a name I had like a conflict over just kind of magically worked out. So in Project DC, my main character, James, has a grandmother who tells him all about his family's secrets and stuff like that. And they're Polish. And so for the longest time, I couldn't decide if I wanted to name her like Joanna, which is a very, you know, not regional name, I guess is how you'd phrase it, or Azia, because I have always loved that name. It's a Polish name. And it's spelled like Asia. And so I was like, okay, this is all going to come down to the meaning. And so I went on to behindthename.com and I looked up what Azia meant. And it is literally the Polish version of Joanna. And I was like, what? Like this character?
That is so funny.
that is kismet, where I was like, these two names both fit this character because it's the same name. It was
So it's like first and middle name then. Joanne
No.
Asania.
no, because then
Asia.
that'd just be like somebody being named Emily. Like, no, it's so the way I have it is that she like her name is Asia, but like if she meets people in her life, because her gift is that she can like kind of tell people's vibes and if they're going to give her trouble or not. And if she meets people who aren't comfortable with, you know, foreign names and stuff like that, she just tells them that her name is Joanna, and that kind of is a way that she protects herself. So
She's about good vibes only.
I like that little bit of lore.
Yeah.
The vibe
Anyway.
checker.
So Stieg, now please answer your own question.
Favorite name I think I've ever made. And I think you've all said you hate it, but I love it. But it's Funnel Dread.
What? I didn't hear it because we were all laughing.
Funnel Dread.
I have never in my life heard this name, and I'm telling you the words I'm hearing right now are fun, evil, dread.
That's basically it. Funnel.
Funival?
IVAL. Dread. DRED.
I've never. This happened in a U3 conversation.
I swear
wasn't
you were
there.
there.
I
Well,
wasn't
I
there.
was there. I was there. I don't remember what I said specifically, but
The tone was pointed, I remember.
Isn't her tone always pointed?
That is fair. Might just be the ratio. But yeah, he's a space pirate and he's kind of a dick, and I like the name and
Is
it
that
fits
his
him.
real name, or did he pick it himself?
It's his real name.
Wow, his parents must have hated him the moment he came out.
Yes, also that. And he hates it too, so he tries to go by just Mr. Dread because that sounds kind of intimidating.
That
Oh,
does.
So
Here for Mr. Dread.
so to tease him, not tease him, to bully him, I should say. One of my main characters just uses Funnel because he hates it so much.
So it feels like kind of. Have you ever seen Stardust?
Yes, I have.
It kind of feels like Shakespeare, Captain Shakespeare. Like I know that's his real name, but like I don't know, I just get that vibe.
That's not the vibe at all, but sure.
Alright, never mind then.
Think more of what's that Disney space pirate movie? Oh my god.
Star Wars?
No, it's a cartoon. Treasure Planet.
Star
isn't
Wars?
it?
Planet?
Treasure Planet, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Think of it like a combination between, or like I guess Treasure Island is the same. It's the same story, but think of like the cook, Mr. John,
Okay.
and then that's the kind of vibe mixed in with like Dr. Facilier from Princess Frog, Frog Princess,
Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Princess and the
No.
Frog.
Isn't it called The Frog Princess?
No.
Oh no, the book it was based off is called The Frog Princess. That's right. I remember seeing that movie and being so mad. I was like, they stole this twist from a book I read as a child, and then in the credits it was like based off the book The Frog Princess. I was like, oh, okay.
But yeah,
Wallace,
that's
you were
the-
an adult. Did you not know how adaptations worked?
Okay, no, because I thought it was an adaptation of The Frog Prince, right?
Oh, okay.
But it's an adaptation off the book The Frog Princess, which gives the twist of, spoiler alert, her turning into a frog. Like that's why I was, yeah, I wasn't an adult when The Frog Princess came out, or The Prince and the, what was the name of the Disney one?
Princess and the Frog.
Okay, yeah.
No, yeah, you wouldn't. I don't think you would have been an adult. You would have been like
2009. I was
Okay.
14.
That's not an adult.
I remember that coming out. I remember that coming out like way later than it did. So never mind.
Never mind. Shall we go through chat and see if anyone has put in any answers? Oh wow. Dan is too tired to think. Violet is very suspicious about my motivations. She is correct though. I'm a Capricorn, so
Oh my God, Steve! You forgot about our daughter, Olivia Oliveri. That's my favorite. There we go.
that's not my favorite name. I didn't name her, just so that's clear. Or maybe I did, but it was out of spite.
That's my favorite.
Riley is a good name. Good morning, Miranda, and hello, Zara. Story-wise, I love Hesper. Oh, I love the name Hesper. The character in general, my D&D character, Reverence, is my favorite because it just fits her so well. She's a tiefling twilight cleric, and I love her.
That's a good name.
I do like. What does Reverence mean? Does it have a meaning
Yes,
in the
it
English
does.
language?
It means to like,
Admire.
how would you to like admire something, but like in almost like a worshipy kind of way.
Like devotion, like almost like.
That's something that I came up with, but I like looking into meaning of names and matching them with character backstory, personality, possible spoilers, etc.
I see you.
Wow.
I see
No
you.
one is willing to share. You guys.
My personal favorite name so far has been Gideon, because the meaning of his name is a spoiler to his arc. Beta readers of mine that are here, don't look that up until you complete it. I will look it up as we speak
I've already looked
and
it
give
up.
spoiler alerts.
I've already looked it up.
Gideon, name,
I
meaning.
thought you were gonna call me out for looking it up.
Was
'Cause
that
remember I
in your work in-
commented?
Was that in the main character tag video, or there was like a work in progress tag? And yeah, it's like all the comments were like Nami immediately running and looking at
Hello, Laura. Started her new job, which sounds very exciting. I love Umbrella Academy. And Arrival was an okay movie. That's my review of it.
Really fun though. So cool.
I've never seen Arrival.
I like Amy Adams, so I'll basically watch anything with her in it. Is it Amy Adams or is it the other one? No, it's Amy Adams.
Wait, I have to interject. I'm trying to be a good co-host and post to Instagram that the gang is back together, and I just took a picture, but I realized all my tabs in my like Chrome are open, or like you can see them, and it's all like Afghanistan crisis and like.
And Wallace trying to stay socially woke.
So I'm not trying to say socially woke. I'm just hyping up my own anxiety. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and cover this up with stickers so I don't stress people out.
L. Conway in one of my books too, not Lucian, but an L name.
Ooh.
What's
Ooh,
the
I
L?
didn't-
Linda. Linda, listen to me, Linda.
Laura.
Lucy.
Lambert. Right now, my favorite
Oh,
character name is
nice.
Richard Henry, which sounds very that guy to me, like Super Chad, like which is the character is a mega jock turned villain. Richard Henry is Henry in last name.
Is it
I think
Richard
of
Henry,
The
name
Miracle on the Hudson guy. Is that the plane landing?
Yes.
Yes.
Dasani, JK.
Dasani. Dasani Coldwater.
I'm literally just trying to think of character names from a project that are my current whip. And I can't. I've forgotten all my previous character names. I shared for my current whip, and I think everyone here did, so you're no worries. Ooh, wait, my Dark Celestial Romance MCs are CL and Darcy. And I love those so much. They just fit the character so well.
I love the
CL
name
is French
Darcy.
for sky, and she's my angelic character. Darcy means dark, and he's my demon type character.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, well,
Darcy means
very basic.
dark. Oh, Jane Austen went off. Come on.
I mean, he is kind of dark and brooding. Not even
Mhm.
kind of. He is dark and brooding.
No, he's just anxious.
Yeah.
I like to combine prefixes and suffixes that mean certain things too. I can't think of really any that come though. Wow, can I not have any reading comprehension today? I think I
No.
got almost those words. Seal is such a pretty name, Benny.
What is
Do you think it's based off like celestial or something? If it means sky?
It must mean sky, yeah.
I have a friend whose name is Samoan version of Agnes.
Wait,
That's
she
an
literally said it's French for sky.
Yeah, but I'm like the root of the word. You think it stems from celestial?
No, I think that is French for sky, and the word celestial probably stems from it. If that makes sense. I think you're getting your order of descent incorrect.
I'll accept it.
It's total guess on my part.
I love the name Poppy, but I've already seen it in a few books, so I'm afraid it will get overused. It is really popular now, I feel.
Whatever. I mean, like, who cares? I think having names that are overly unique can sometimes make the story feel less real. You know, I think populate your books with names that people know and see a lot. And make the character unique. Don't rely on the name to make them unique, you know?
I feel
Feel
like
ya.
once you want to use a name, though, you start seeing it everywhere. Like I started a project with the main character whose name was Felicity, and then like immediately I turned around, there were like 17 books that just cropped up with that as the first name. So
Really like Valencia. That's my MC for my nano project list. I also like Valencia a lot.
That makes me think of that TikTok trend where it's like the three girls and they're like, roll call, da da da. And then it's like, and I forget which name is Valencia, but it's I'm Valencia, Za of Torture. Or it's like, I'm put, or something about like, I'm in charge of my control. I put something in the water supply.
Water supply. It's a great TikTok. Highly
It is a
recommend.
good TikTok.
Just to interject really quickly, though, with the etymology of Celia, whatever it is,
Here we go.
it did come first with the French. However, the word celestial is Middle English, and they both kind of celestial, celeste, which is Spanish, and Celil, the French one, they all kind of came together around the same time, and it has its origins, obviously, in Latin, calistalis, which means heaven. So
That makes sense.
etymology lesson that I got from Google 5 minutes ago.
Nice. Thank you.
My MCs from my space opera are Elara, Nelio, and Lucian. So
See,
Hadrian.
Catherine.
Oh, I love Hadrian though. That's such a cool name.
I love
Hadrian is amazing. I love that
See,
name.
I also have an Alara and a Lucian.
Yeah, but your Alara is spelled differently. But I'm telling you,
Both are, like very, very similar.
I'm telling you, like Lucian is in every single thing, and that's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's just
It's a great name. Although
My
someone,
celestial Rome.
maybe not recently, a couple months ago, told me that Cassian is also a name from a Sarah J. Maas book,
yes.
and I wanted to shoot myself, but I refused to change it because it fits in too well.
Pretty sure there's a Lucian and a Cassian in the same series.
Same series.
Yeah, they're both in Akatar.
Well, I'm not changing it.
Both my celestial romance characters are named Poppy and Pansy.
I love that. I love those names.
What's a celestial romance? Angels?
And demons, the one
Stars.
I'm
the
sorry.
one with Ciel and Lucian or Darcy.
Sorry. I just zoned out for a second. My bad. Got it.
Hey, and a lot of pairing. Henry is the last name. For my current whip, I like the name Denley because I think Captain Denley rolls off the tongue nicely. I'm sure he does. Wink, wink. No clue what it means, though. I should probably look it up at some point. Y'all fantasy people are out here having so much fun with names. Meanwhile, I'm out here accidentally naming 2 characters Evan.
Why
Ooh.
Evan though? Like, why
Hate
is
the
that
name
the one
Evan.
that's duplicate?
Evan's the name. I hope it's 2 side characters who like barely show up because
Both of
like
them are named Evan.
it's like it's basic and boring to me. No
It
offense.
reminds me of Peter Evans. I have Evander. Oh, I like that.
That's cute.
Katie said, in this house, we give no fucks about whatever Sarah J. Maas is doing. And with that, we shall go into a sprint, I guess.
I should get
let
that
me
on a
see.
t-shirt. Big merch.
Yeah, then get flagged down by our posse.
It would be worth it.
Let's see. Every time I'm looking for Goopters, I type in Goopters instead of the actual video name.
Well, she gotta put that in the tags. In the hashtag.
Yeah, please. So I can get her up. Let's see. Oh,
What's everybody working on today?
oh, should I ask that? Does anyone really gonna work? Does anyone care? Sure, let's do a round. What are you working on today?
I'm going to be continuing my reread. I think I'm on near 50%.
Ooh.
And
That's-
overall, how are you feeling about it?
I don't know yet. I feel like from 25 to like 42%, it's hella boring. But like everything else, like around it, I'm loving. I like so far.
I am reading. A family friend asked me to critique their novels, so I am gonna be doing a little bit of that. And
Can I ask
then
what the genre of the novel is?
it's like a novelization of one of their family like stories, like something real life. Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't know what the genre of that is. I mean, it's
Memoir? No.
it's not memoir because it's not this person. It's like there's an event that has occurred in their family, and they interviewed all the people like involved with the event, and then they not like fictionalized it enough to turn it into a novel, if that makes sense. But yeah, and then once I've like gotten some work done on that, then I'm gonna be trying to get some words in. This book is for October. How about you, Katie? As you are behind Danny's
I'm
time.
behind stuff. It's fine. I'm going to be beta reading today.
Okay, nice. Who's?
Caitlin.
Ooh, nice.
And you looked up the name Gideon. Oh no!
I know. I looked it up though way before she even asked for betas. So I'm just waiting for it to happen. I'm waiting. Ready.
Promises were made. I'm going to be drafting today.
Ooh. Space opera?
How are you going with the chapter for this week?
It's going well. I think I can manage. I'm going to have to do like a proper writing day on Sunday. So, yeah. But I'm going to manage.
Okay. That's good.
Let me see. Did anyone else say what they're working on?
Oh, bye, Caitlin.
Oh, yeah, bye, Caitlin. She's going to the
Oh,
store.
yeah. Bye, Caitlin. Toodles.
I feel like we need to move our meeting time
Again?
because Caitlin can't come anymore.
Catherine House. What is that?
I don't know.
A book?
Let us know after the stream. Or after the sprint, I mean. And with that, we shall go. And the sprint is over.
Woo.
How did everyone do? You guys in chat?
You're muted, babe.
Oh, Devisha.
I was just saying that I finished my breakfast and then I checked my horoscope and then I ended up on Instagram. So
What does your horoscope say for the day?
productive first sprint. I just posted to my story, but basically it was like, good ideas take time to blossom. Don't jump into anything new. Basically,
Do you feel called out?
I do.
You're not jumping into anything new. You're rereading.
But I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it.
She's not gonna do it.
And then the horoscope said, "Oh, don't do it." So
Yeah.
My horoscope says, "You know what best for you. You know what's best for you." I think I'm going
Do
to go take a nap.
In the
Thank
stream
you.
right now. Let's hop off and all take naps.
Thank you, co-star, for validating my existence.
I'm always down for a nap.
Oh, today through yesterday was give yourself a trophy. Wow, this is nice.
Co-star's being nice to you. That's a surprise. It's usually really mean.
Usually it's like, you're a lazy piece of shit and you're worth
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't know why you guys let that app abuse you like that. It's like, how is that even good for you?
I don't. Do not use that app.
Let's see.
I got
was
through 3 pages of the book that I'm critiquing.
How is it?
I have decided to not give thoughts out loud unless it is to the author. So I will make no comment.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I read through 3 chapters of my beta and then started to make a to-do list.
For the day, for the week, for the month, for the year?
For the day, just for the day. I can't think that far in advance.
Okay.
I have gotten to such a place where I am like so adrift and can't force myself to do anything that I'm literally now, if I complete any item on my to-do list, it goes into, I get 15 minutes of time to play on The Sims. That goes into like a pool. And I can either like play 15 minutes of Sims or I can keep doing things on my to-do list to bank in another 15 minutes and then do a big play at the end of the day. Because literally I had like multiple days in a row where I was just so listless that I played The Sims for like 9 hours a day. And I was like, well, we have to fix that. And clearly I'm a little bit addicted. So how can I force myself? How can I loophole this to be productive? And it's actually been working.
But also feed my addiction.
Exactly. But also like mitigate it, right? Because I have to sign off once I have used up my time, or if I want to keep playing, I have to go quickly do something on my to-do list in order to keep playing. So it's actually been working out. I'm sure it's not the most healthy behavior, but it's how we're navigating life at the moment.
You're playing for like 17 hours straight and not doing anything.
Yeah.
So
How's your reading experience, Catherine, or do you only disclose to the author?
what?
How is your reading experience, Catherine, or are you only disclosing it to the author?
It's good. It's actually, this has nothing to do with the book, but and I'm okay talking about this because Caitlin's talked about this before. So one of her main character is asexual, and so I got to a part in the book where like she's kind of like thinking about it and like just not really like kind of describing it, and so I took a moment to pause and reflect and like think about like what advice I could give. Like obviously I'm in no way, shape, or form like giving like full advice. Obviously, if an ace person says your advice is trash, say no more, say less, like done. But so that's what I was thinking a lot about that recently too, of like how we can describe representation in books. So I like wrote like a really long comment about kind kind of some thoughts that I had on it and some reflecting I had done, especially on some of the comments, or not comments, I guess comments, chat in our Discord, because there was a really long, lovely conversation about asexuality and representing asexuality in our Discord from some lovely ace people, and various versions of ace. So yeah, that was nice. It was fun to think about. I was like, what could I say to this, and how could I also implement my own advice or own thoughts into my own book with my own asexual character? Anyway, that's all you're getting.
That was a lot, though. Thank you.
It was riveting.
I wrote 216 words, and then I got a package on the door that I had to go and get.
Ooh, what package?
What was it?
Should I reveal?
Yeah.
It is super stupid.
Dildo.
Wallace, how did you know? I mean, anything's a dildo if you're brave enough, but I don't know about this one. I feel like it could be like get stuck up in there, but I bought this. It's like a Lego, but it's a potted plant.
Oh,
There's Lego for adult. It's super gay, I know, but
I love it.
That's,
Though. Really
that's
cute.
cool. Bird of paradise. Instead of having a real plant, you're gonna make it out of Legos. I love that.
yeah, because I already have a
Did
couple
you-
plastic ones. So
did you kill your actual plant?
no, they're both. I wouldn't say thriving, but they exist.
Okay.
Me.
Actually, thinking about it, the other day it looked a little limp, so I was going to water it, but I forgot about it. But thank you for reminding me. I will do that next sprint. Well, yeah, it's like a Lego plant, so this doesn't need water, but it can also be used as a dildo if you want, Wallace. I'm not going to shame you for that.
Lots of dildos. It looks like
I
Lots
will.
of different options.
We're not here to gatekeep sexuality, Devisha.
Absolutely, I am.
That's what she's here for. Did you not know?
I did not get the memo. Thank you very much.
Job description.
Yeah, she's our therapist, our financial advisor, and our
A gatekeeper.
sexualization gatekeeper. No, it's seriously. Can I have my new response whenever someone says, "How are you doing?" I'll be like, "I'm not thriving, but I exist."
I mean, go ahead.
I love that.
Great.
Let's see what.
Wait,
people do.
I'm sorry. I know this is way down in the comments, but I just saw it. Marta, how do you kill a mint plant? I'm not trying to shame you, but like mint
She's trying to shame you. She's
Sounds a
It's
little
like-
bit like shaming to me.
is like a weed. It'll grow anywhere. How do you kill a mint plant? I'm so confused.
I have also killed a mint plant, Martha.
Oh
so
my
you're not alone.
I have killed
like-
many a plant. Many alleged unkillable plants have I killed.
It's like a known thing that if you're starting an herb garden, you have to put mint in its own planter away from the rest of the garden. Otherwise, like your entire herb garden will just be mint. That's so funny.
Well, I just got a little thing of mint from like the grocery store and never actually like planted it. It was just sat
Oh!
inside the
Oh, that doesn't count. You didn't kill that. You just utilized it until it died. Like that'd be like saying like, oh, the bouquet. I killed.
No,
the
I didn't
bouquet of
even
flowers.
use it. It just died.
Well, but you used it for decoration. Like that would be
Okay,
like
sure.
saying if someone gave you a bouquet of flowers and then it died over a few weeks and you're like, oh, I killed my bouquet of flowers. Like no, like you didn't kill it. It just died.
I feel like since it
going
came
through
in dirt, I killed
comments.
it.
Sorry, Steve.
Hello, Pabish and Pepperoni.
Which one are
Pages
you?
and Pepperoni. Yeah.
Is it Han or M today? Let us know.
I'm gonna guess M.
I'm gonna guess hand just to keep it spicy. Okay, so I didn't end up reading. I ended up playing Animal Crossing and watching a desk makeover
Oh,
video. Oh, I
I-
love a good makeover video.
Yeah. Like when it's not a person, when it's like a part of a room.
I also like a
love
good
that.
makeover video.
I love those. Desk makeovers are one of my favorites because then it's like I'm being productive because I'm watching someone else organize their desk and I'm like, oh, now I want to do that. I was watching Jess and Kate's AuthorTube chat a few nights ago, and they were talking about unpopular opinions, and one of the unpopular opinions that they discussed was the idea that And granted, the person used the word obsessively. Making playlists and aesthetic mood boards and Pinterest stuff is like not good and is not like part of the writing
Catherine
process.
is shook it to a
But
core.
here's the thing. It's hard to
That
argue.
is unpopular.
No, but here's the thing. It's hard to argue that point when they use the word obsessively, because I think we can all agree that doing anything obsessively isn't good. So I'm not trying to argue against this person, but I know that there are a lot of people who just think in general, they think anybody who does that stuff, you're just procrastinating. But that is so not the way it is. Literally, if I want to organize my desk, one of the best ways for me to do it is to watch a desk organizing video on YouTube. I'm like, you know, how they say like, well, I'm thinking from Halloween Town, mortal see, mortal do, but I think it's the actual quote is monkey see, monkey do. But so like to write, I have to either watch other tube videos, watching people write, or I have to listen to my writing soundtrack, or I have to look at my Pinterest board. So people who say it's just procrastination, like, I don't know, just different brains, I guess, different brain waves.
Here's my thought on it too, because I'm pro doing all of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people who think like that don't think of it. It's like the foreplay of writing.
Yes,
I gotta get into it. Like
yes.
I gotta ease into this. Like get the it's the foreplay of writing.
You're
and
right.
If you don't do that, you might be bad at sex. Just kidding. That was. I'm gonna leave. I need to no longer exist. I haven't been here for 2 weeks. Goodbye. I'm ending it all.
God, it feels like it's not just that you haven't been here for 2 weeks, Katie. It's that we haven't been a quartet in over a month.
Oh, yes.
Because I missed one, and then Steve missed one, and then you missed 2.
I think I also missed 2.
Oh, yeah, because it was the one when it was just me and Duisha. Oh, back to the
I
good
know.
old
Troublemakers that matter.
Yeah. I said what I said. I'm not taking it back.
Marta finished up her work week for the week. What is my reading comprehension? Lunch almost ready, and I think I'm halfway through chapter 3. Whoop whoop. And let's see. Someone look up my horoscope for today. What does Virgo say?
Don't look it up on CoStar. I don't want Danny getting abused.
You are an absolute piece of sunshine today. Go Sparkle.
And that's on Steeg, the horoscope app.
I'm a horoscope, but it's spelled WHORE.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wait, Wallace, that is...
.com. Embrace your workflow with open arms today, Virgo. You'll feel your best when you're putting hours into a craft that you actually care about. As inventive Aquarius moon merges with the steady Saturn and creative Venus.
Oh my gosh.
Communicative Mercury forms a smooth alignment with incitement.
That website literally was like, be obsessive today, queen. Hours into something. Like,
it really did. It really said that.
Oh my God. It's worked for me since Monday. So that's good. And
not to call you out on your own bullshit.
Yeah.
But has it?
What do you mean, has it?
I distinctly remember a group text the other day that said you'd played it for 10 hours straight.
That was Monday, and that's when I did my thing. Monday night is when I started doing it. So I guess theoretically it's been working for me since Tuesday. So I've had all Tuesday, all Wednesday, all Thursday. And the joke is that that's not a very long time. 3 days into a productivity system is not a good data set to see if it actually works or not.
I mean, 2 days is a fluke. 3 times is a routine. So good on you, Wallace.
But yeah, it's been nice. And I've what's nice is I set up my to-do list for the whole week. And then naturally the first day I did all the easy stuff, which is good because some of it was just like sending emails. All the stuff that would take like 5-10 minutes. I sent all the emails that were stressing me out. But no matter what is on the list, it's always just 15 minutes unless it's something about like a legit anxiety issue. So yesterday I had to drive my sister to the airport and I knew that was just going to wreck me for the rest of the day. And so I allowed myself to just play The Sims because but I got all the easy stuff done on Tuesday. And then Wednesday I actually had to write and I had to do things that were like harder. And so for like every hour of writing or hour of working on a certain project, that is also 15 minutes in The Sims just because I didn't want to ultimately I could build up this huge pool and I didn't want to be allowed to play like 24 hours of Sims straight. So yeah, but it's been working. Yep.
Sounds good.
Seems like end of conversation.
Inspired by Caitlin's video yesterday, I'm shopping for desk stuff. I spend too much time sitting here to not refresh it every 6 months or so. My desk is just sad. I should refresh it. I've been wanting to play Sims for weeks.
Do it.
Okay, but Wallace, how do you stop yourself from continuing to play after you allocated time?
I've not reached a part in that system where that's been a thing I've had to struggle with. Like I've definitely wanted to keep playing, but when you start a new lifestyle, you're always like, oh, but no, I'm in the new lifestyle. So
It's a lifestyle.
It's like, that's why I did air quotes, right? I don't know if this is a universal experience or not, but when I used to diet, like when you go on a new diet, you're super into it for the first few days. And so even though you do have cravings and stuff, you're like, oh, I can't because it'll ruin my diet. Not to talk about diets, but it's the closest thing I can come up with. So yes, I've had it where my time has run out and I've been like, oh, I want to keep playing, but I can't because that's against the rules. But I know me, I rebel against myself a lot. So I'm sure within a week or two, I will be like putzing over the time, but at least I'll have one semi-productive week. So.
And Miranda has a very important question.
Sorry, Steve, I know this conversation is frustrating for you. Let's think. I am I'm more of a decorator than a builder. I like to have the shell of a house already made for me because I can't do the roofs in The Sims 4. But what I really like is storytelling. So I will create characters and have an idea in my head of where their story is going to go. Right now I'm playing a family living in the big city, but the husband is secretly a vampire. And it's my idea that eventually the mom is going to die in a fire or something like that. And so then he's going to move the two daughters to the like sleepy vampire town. And it's going to be this whole thing. And I was in my head, but the problem with The Sims is it's so chaotic that like my stories never go high in 10 because I'm literally like, he's so in love with his wife. He's like eternally, devoted to her, whatever. And then in The Sims, they have this thing where you can vote on community action where like your community will all start recycling or, start praying more, but then they also have like less wholesome ones and if you don't act in it and you don't vote, it'll just randomly generate one. And so my community got randomly generated free love. And so then someone came over and the dad and them just randomly started making out.
Wow, so much for love, Wallace.
I know. And then I was like, oh, interesting. That's an interesting twist, but it's kind of like improv, right? And you have like the second partner, but they're in artificial intelligence and you have to be like, oh, okay, interesting, because it was another vampire that came over and it was right at the start of the game and I was like, well, maybe it's part of the vampire initiation that you have to hook up with your maker before you actually fully become a vampire. So I just ended up having the two vampires totally hook up and then I was like, okay, and now we're done with that.
So, now that's over.
Now that's over. And now I get back on track to eventually killing the mom in a fire.
Just as a prophecy foretold. Wondering the same thing, because there's times when I lose track of time in the real world that sometimes I game until bedtime. Wallace is of stronger stuff than me thinks.
No, that's literally what happened to me on Monday, Crystal. I started playing The Sims at like noon and I did not stop until after midnight. So it was more than 9 hours of playing. It was almost 12 hours of playing. So yeah, that's why I had to implement a system of restriction.
Danny is also not thriving, but existing.
Mm-hmm.
There was a heat wave?
Oh.
In England?
Maybe. Is Marta in England?
Is she not?
I thought she was in Spain.
No,
She's Spanish.
Spain.
She's from Spain.
But she lives in the UK? Am I mixing this up?
No, I think
You are correct,
right.
Steak.
Thank you. Em's killed literally every plant she's ever had. I've had a plant now for like 3 years or so I'm pretty proud of it. I mean,
plastic.
it's a very... No, it's a plant. It's a very abusive relationship, but they're still...
You guys need to get into like the just putting plants in water thing, because this is my Pothos. She's thriving, but I never have to water her because she's already in water.
Have you seen my Pothos, Catherine?
How does she get nutrients?
I don't know.
Not Catherine's problem.
She's fine though. Look at her. I literally had her since like March and she's grown like 2
Man,
inches.
she is like, damn, I really just got to photosynthesize everything. I'm a single mom who works too hard. I'm a survivor.
But yeah, my golden pothos does not fit in a wine bottle.
Ah,
You just cut off pieces from the pothos.
Then I'll just have more plants to water. That's like the opposite of what I want.
Pothos the name of one of the
Water.
Three Musketeers.
That's Partos, isn't it? Or is the Portos?
Athos,
Isn't
Porthos.
it
I don't know.
Artemis?
D'Artagnan. But I could have sworn Porthos was one of the Three Musketeers. Is that not right?
Maybe it is.
Porthos.
And Violet got 5 more minutes of sprinting. Good for you.
Nice.
You look happy and healthy. Miranda missed the quartet so much. I was like, what quartet? But it's us. My favorite stream, and I always slept it by an hour. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy and welcome, Sasha B.
Hello. You didn't miss much.
No. Wallace, how do you play out stories in Sims? That sounds like so much effort.
Danny, to answer your question, I come up with a story and then I never see it to fruition. I have never, ever in my 12 years of playing The Sims, I have never had a Sim go from babyhood to death. I've never fully lived out a Sim life. I always get bored and I'm always like, okay, next story. So
Okay, and you die in a fire.
yeah. No, the fires are cinematic elements. If I
Oh, that's what we're calling them.
if
now.
I'm bored with a Sim, I just put their life, their whole universe on pause and I never return to them ever.
That's worse.
I know.
Forever.
Yes.
Stuck in the, what's the thing between hell and our world? Purgatory?
Purgatory.
I should have taken a nap. Same, Crystal, same. Yes, Spanish. I live in the UK and flying back to Spain tomorrow. Ooh.
For a visit or like for forever?
I think it's just a holiday. That's what Marta said in Violet's stream.
I just saw the word BILF, meaning book. I'd like to finish. It's so hard. It hurts.
I hate the internet sometimes.
I love the internet. I'm going to start using BILF.
Please don't.
Oh, man.
I turn off agent and just have them reach the top of every career.
I just romance.
I've never
everyone
had.
now.
I never play. I like making the families and planning the infrastructure or
Mhm.
dynamics, and then I like building the house, decorating it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. Over to the next family.
I will sometimes play for like 2 days and just have them romance every sim they see.
Well, and now with the free love community action plan, you can do that and there are no consequences. And you'll get influence
Concepts
points.
are fun. I love
And
the
you can-
messiness of it.
And the more romance you do, the more influence you get in the community. So you can influence like what the rest of the community does. Like you can literally make the
So
entire
basically, you
community
can start a cult, a sex cult. is what you're saying.
you've been able to do that since like the second expansion pack because they have a clubs feature where you get to design a club and then you say what your club members are allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do and then what the club prioritizes during club meetings and you can literally make a club where woohoo and romance interaction is prioritized during club meetings and then you start a meeting and all the Sims will come to your house and they'll start hooking up. It's amazing. It's amazing.
No, my next storyline for The Sims is
You can also make a cleaning club. I'm totally stealing this from Lazy Game Reviews, who used to review Sims games, but he made a club where you have it be children only and all they do is clean and you invite them over to your house and then you have child labor like cleaning your house for you. It's
Wow.
awesome. Club features I feel like are heavily underutilized in the Sims community. People don't realize that they're like pretty OP actually. It's pretty good.
I just get
Sims 4,
bored of keeping myself alive, so why would I keep anyone else alive?
That's
my
fair.
kind of. I'm like, I have to make food for myself, and now I got to feed other people. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
I feel
Well,
that.
After buying every single expansion pack and game pack and stuff pack, after probably what total amounts to be over $800, The Sims 4 is finally a playable game, but I'm not sure it's worth it.
Yeah, no, just holidays. I haven't seen my family in a year, and also still
Ah.
waiting for my pre-flight test results, and I'm a little bundle of anxiety today. Good luck on your testing. I think someone did that to me. Like someone just got bored, and I've been on pause ever since.
Honest to
That's
God,
better.
yes.
For real.
We're all trapped in Wallace's simulation.
Yeah.
I had one family, got bored, and made another. Turns out if they live in the same town, the family goes on without you.
Yep.
After the OG family died. Designing houses and decorating is the best part, but it also takes like 2 hours to make a sim because I have too much CC.
I have no CC in my game.
I do prefer BILF to be.
To
I do prefer BILF to
TBR.
TBR. Yeah, I'm going to start using BILF. Sounds like a cult. That's what cheats are for. But I'm like, cheats are kind of boring though.
Oh my god, can you imagine if we all just decided to make BILF videos and we all upload them? And it's just our TBR, but it's like we all title them BILF.
Okay, Miss Hannigan. Can we do a longer sprint? I got to shower and get ready for the day since I didn't wake up early enough to do it before the stream. We can, Danny. And would anyone like to have a guess? Not a guess. Suggestion to the time?
35.
40.
Okay, let's do an hour.
Sure.
Okay,
I mean,
that's a choice. I was
I'm gonna
gonna say
build Legos. So
That
No,
works.
I'll get some good reading in, and then after that, I think that can be. I'll be done with my reading for the day.
everyone's gonna leave the stream. They're gonna be like, I hate these fuckers.
Should I put on like a 40-minute fat burning hit workout?
Yes,
do it.
yes.
Do it, please.
No, I hate those kind of videos,
Oh,
but
please
it would be
do
hilarious
it,
though.
please. Oh my gosh, no,
Oh
Steve,
my God.
please. I'm begging you. Do an hour-long
night.
workout video.
Good night,
Good night,
Emily.
Emily.
Good night,
Please, please do an hour-long workout video. I'm begging you. Please. That would be so funny.
If it has a timer, I'll do it. But if it's just people, then I'm not bothered.
It's so funny for someone popping into the stream and be like, what are these 4 people sitting here for? Then
Oh,
watch.
it has it has a timer. I guess we're doing this. Let's see. Share screen, Chrome tab.
Oh
40
my gosh.
minutes.
Oh, I can't wait to see what these people look like. Oh, look at your recommended. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is excellent. Oh, it's
So for
40
anyone-
minutes.
Legal discipline. That's a lot for an exercise video.
All right. See y'all.
And that's 40 minutes on the clock. See you in 40 minutes. And she done.
Whoa, good job, everyone, on your workout.
That was
You can't-
exhausting to watch.
You can't hear it, but she's telling you to go down in the comments and type in you crushed it because you showed up today and you did great.
We did technically show up. We did show up.
You did. We
So-
were there. Watched it.
Yeah, and then she wants you to comment on other people's comments that they crushed it and say, "You're amazing, you did great, good job."
I love this positivity. I love it.
I am Steve. By the way, the thing's still going. I laughed for probably 8 minutes straight over that timer.
I don't think it was that hilarious, but
like
glad
the
you enjoyed
it
all
was
this.
the comments and watching Devasia and Devasia and Katie laugh and like the comments and then and doing the moves. Yeah, there was a good time there. It was a good time. So I probably only got about 32-ish minutes of work, and I ended up not getting any further past than what I had gotten before because I've decided that my process as a critique person for this person shall be, I'm going to, I gave like really heavy critique on they have a prologue and a first chapter. So I gave heavy critique on the first lines of each, just in case they decide to cut the prologue. I wanted them to also have that. And then I went through and I actually wrote up a cover letter of the whole process that I'm going to go through. So that way they know what to expect when they first receive their manuscript back. And I also decided that, like I said in the letter, I'm like, I'm not going to be too nitpicky within the general story, but I'll write at the end of every chapter, I'll have a paragraph about what I thought about the chapter. And then at the overall end of the book, I'll have like a long list of thoughts. But I've decided that I'm going to, for the first chapter, do more nitpicky, heavy critique on just writing style and just have that be my thoughts at the end of the chapter, be like, just keep this in mind for the rest of the book, but I'm not going to call out passive voice every single time. I'm not going to call out filter words.
Wallace calling out passive voice?
Look,
How the tables have turned.
I'm just
saying, kettle.
I have been asked to critique it from a certain point of view, and so I have to like try and be as unbiased as possible. And so
I'm proud of you, Wallace.
Thanks.
That sounds very profesh. You should be an agent or an editor, actually.
Maybe.
You're that kombucha girl meme.
I don't know about agents because agents have to talk to a lot of people. Like, I wouldn't want to have to call people on the phone. So.
Oh, but you hold all the power. I would love to be an agent.
No, because then like it'd be weird. I don't have a ton of experience or anything like that, but I just feel like it'd be really stressful because you are so powerful in the mind of an author. And so when you don't live up to expectations, I feel like that would be really hard for them authors to deal with. And so then they could take it out on you as an agent. But I don't know how the agent publisher relationship works, but I feel like the agent doesn't have a ton of power in that relationship, and it's the publisher that has the power. So I feel like I wouldn't do well at it. I think there are definitely agents out there who can find their power and who can wield it very well. I don't think I'd be very good at that. But editing, maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, I could not.
I don't know. I'm a nurse, so I think high pressure jobs. You met your nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I think everyone has like the potential to have a really good book, and I feel like if I pour my heart and soul into an author and helping them get their book really good and then ends up not selling and like not doing well, I feel like I'd be crushed. I believed in this project so much, and like,
and you're not getting paid.
That too, like financial insecurity. Oof. But yeah, like the anxiety of like having to tell an author like, we need to try something different, we need to try something else. Like, I know you poured your heart and soul into this, and I also helped you do that. Like, I would be.
I'm not sure about the everyone has a good book comment though, but I do get where you're coming from.
I think everyone has a story in them.
A story, yes. A good book?
Yes, I think everybody has a good book because everybody has a good story in them.
I think everyone has a good book because there is always going to be one person out there that will think your book is good.
Yeah,
that's true.
Even if I hate your book, like there is someone else out there who's going to love it. Like look at all the books that I hate that like people love. I think they're terrible stories.
Ooh,
But I think
actually,
it's changed my life.
let me rephrase. Actually, I don't think anyone has a good book in them. I think everyone has a book and a story that through collaboration can become good, if that makes sense. I don't think there's anyone out there who can be like, first time, maybe after years and years of trading and stuff, but first time be like, here it is. No one has read it before I put publish. Like, it's done, it's out there. Like, without collaboration, I don't think you can have a good book.
Wattpad says hello.
But those aren't books, and those have collaboration. Think about the way, I mean, I don't know on Wattpad, but on fanfiction it was you could publish weekly. Do Wattpad stories get uploaded in chapters?
I think so.
I've only been on AO3, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've
You
only
could
been-
have collaboration in the comments. You could have people in the comments saying, hey, please, like, you know, up your spelling game and stuff. And I've had people in their author's notes address that and be like, okay, I've done some extra, you know, editing this round. So I think, yeah, like, and that's the point. I'm not trying to say that nobody can write well. I'm just saying that in order to make a book that is quote unquote good, I think you need more than two hands on it.
I also would say that I don't think everyone has the
Miranda,
desire-
yeet. Sorry.
Yeet.
I was like, okay, Ariana.
I don't think everyone has the desire, the motivation, and like the capability, like of what they want to be able to write a good book and like continue on the journey. I think like getting to a point where like you like let people read your writing and like finishing a book is a humongous accomplishment that puts you leaps and bounds ahead of people who like in publishing. Obviously, if you're just writing for fun, like fuck it, doesn't matter.
Right.
But like to have a good book, it must be finished and you must work on it. And I think a lot of people don't have the, you know, they don't, maybe that's not what they want, or they're not as passionate about it at this moment in time in their life, and like that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
It does. Just gonna go through some comments.
Fuck me and fuck our 40 minutes. break.
Right.
Didn't you already go? I feel like you talked for so
No.
long, Catherine. Was that not about you?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Don't even
I'm
lie.
not.
Wow,
But it's like
see,
the polite
why?
thing to say.
We're
Don't lie
supposed to be friends here and be supportive and hype each other up,
No, we're
not
bullies.
whatever that was.
This is bullying 101.
That's
I
not
love
that's not the kind of friends that I keep.
it. Mm-mm.
Devesha, how did you do?
I read some more. I read a line or like a paragraph that I was really vibing with. So I had to take a second to like marvel in my own genius.
I love when that happens.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Katie?
I finished the part that I was sent by Caitlin, and oh boy, you guys could not see my face, but like there's some like crazy shit that happens at the end of this, and I was literally sitting there like,
So is Caitlin doing it kind of like how you did it, where to interview betas, she sent chunks of it out to get thoughts, or did she send you is she sending it to you in chunks, but eventually you're gonna get the full thing?
yeah, she's sending it to me in chunks. This was the biggest chunk. There was like 15 chapters, and I just finished it. I'm working on the
Nice.
survey right now. She doesn't have a survey individually for each chapter. I've also realized through doing this that I don't know if I'm a great beta reader. Like I think I'm better as like a critique partner or like an editor, because I'm just sitting here like I just want to comment all the things and like give all of my writerly thoughts and like stuff. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, Katie, calm down. Like you're reading it as a reader. Like
Yes.
just read it as a reader and give her what she wants, because that's what she wants. If she wanted a full critique, she would have fucking asked for it. Like
Yeah.
this is what she wants. Just address the things she wants. So I'm like having to scale it down. I'm like, oh, I just want to get my hands into the City project and like give every thought I have, but I must not. I must be patient and restrained.
I did
Ooh, Discourse
28
going up.
pages of Lego building.
Ooh.
And then you couldn't hear it, but like the zest and guile of that woman, whew, I'm exhausted.
Zest and guile. I love it.
And I got this far.
Ooh. That's
I think she's a vase of ours.
a vase.
Is it gonna be small? I thought it'd be like floor length, like big.
I mean, comparison to my head tells you nothing because you've never met me, but I got a long head, so this is like a decency. I think this is going to be like a window flower situation.
Oh, it looked really big on the box, so I was imagining like a full-blown extravagant thing.
I mean, this is the guy holding it for reference.
Oh, it's much smaller than I pictured.
Yeah, I thought it was like a whole shebang.
But also they have other things which piqued my interest. Like, look at this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
And then like a
Wait.
bonsai tree.
Oh, I like the bonsai tree.
Wait,
Hi, Lexi.
have you guys looked at the Discord?
I literally am going to
No.
do that now since you were.
I have, yes.
No. Oh no, Sasha.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's what I did. And we were joined by Regina. Hello, Regina.
Welcome to the fitness class.
Yeah, that was a journey. Hello, Bananas. And we did crush it. We did amazing.
You guys,
Laura,
just
I really liked
exhausted.
your snippet, your flash fiction from Camstream. I loved it. You can continue reading the comments. That was for Laura only.
I'm glad you took it up in such a public forum. Miranda, finish
That's
your
why I
read
did
through.
this. It was for Laura only.
Marta attempted packing but got distracted by dusting her bookshelf and then just made a mess.
Mood.
Crystal on chapter 5. Miguel still drafting. This is in regards to the agent thing.
agents. Well, but here's my one caveat to that is that if you're an agent to like celebrities and stuff, and multiple editors want your writer, yeah, for like non-newbie authors, or I should say unknown authors, because you can have a newbie author who also has like major profile. For unknown authors, yes, I think agents don't have as much power as authors probably think they do. But for authors that have large profiles, I bet agents have a lot of power.
Yeah, I actually agree. Do I agree with Wallace? Wow.
Although, this is where it gets interesting.
Oh.
So I'm not responding to Marta. I'm responding to what I just said. What if you had an agent who had a lot of high-profile people, but then they were representing a newbie author? And then what is that power dynamic? Because, like, does their power with the other people carry over? Like, do editors want to please that agent? So this is all so interesting. I'm just like,
Isn't it
baffled
like
by it.
people look up like book they likes or authors they likes agents to query specifically to them?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that would bring some sort of power dynamic to it.
But I also meant like in terms of editors, like if an agent comes to an editor and it's like, here's this person nobody's ever heard of, and the editor normally would be like, like maybe it's not my thing, or not that it's not their thing, but they might just, the level of seriousness that they would give it might be low. But because this agent also represents these other authors that editor might want, maybe they would give them more attention. I don't know how it works.
This probably would, because I think they would trust the agent's judgment on a good manuscript. And I think the longer an agent's been in the business and the more editors they know, like this is something you're looking for, and this is something that's hot on the market, and something I think you and the people who give you money would enjoy. Because at the end of the day, this whole business is about money. So like, I think a higher profile agent who's made a lot of money will see like newbie authors or like debut authors and be like, this could be a marketable, profitable thing. Like, I'm going to come to you because you work at, I don't know, HarperCollins, and be like, here, do you want in on this? Because I kind of know the market because I am a famous agent. Like, like I think like Lee Bardugo's agent comes to mind. Like E. Schwab's agent comes to mind. Like
what are their names though?
Joanna Volpe and Holly Root.
Not you just being able to pull that out.
Girl, I'm querying. You don't think they're on my list?
Fair enough.
If I was represented by them, I would die. Just collapse dead. But yeah, anyway.
Marta found some missing clothes in a suitcase.
Happens to me all the time.
Put it under the bed,
Something
Marta.
Something that told me at my internship is that there is a place for every writer, even if it isn't the traditional publishing world. And then there's the yee comment. The flip side of that is that not every book can be commercially good.
Yeah.
Wattpad literally takes inline comments too. Ooh, that's neat. Not even just an overall chapter comment section.
I didn't hate Wattpad so much.
Okay, my typos today, Jesus. Hello. I work in a similar agency type structure, and yes, you can leverage other clients to get more sway.
Hmm.
You want to know about power? I just learned how to reject or request manuscripts on Query Manager.
What is? I don't understand. Someone has to give me context for that. I don't know what that means.
So Query Manager is where you submit like queries to certain agents as opposed to the traditional email format.
Mm-hmm.
They can ask you more questions, more things. I filled out two, but those were the two of the queries I sent were on Query Manager. Now part of me is like, oh no, is Lexi going to reject my manuscript?
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Probably not. The likelihood of that is slim to none. But the idea that there's just a button to press to reject the manuscript and send a form rejection makes my heart palpitate a little bit.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But yeah, Query Manager, it has like your name, your genre, all that stuff, and it's just a lot easier to like manage things. It's basically like a Google form.
Yeah. But also, I think those agents with big clients don't tend to have many smaller, newer clients.
No.
That makes
And
sense.
some of those are also like the bigger ones will only take queries on referral from other ones. Like I've read that like agents will be like, I really like your book. It's not for me, but like, how about you query this person and tell them that I liked your book so they'll read it and see if it's fit for them.
It's a who knows who world. Damn it.
I know, right? It literally is. That's why I'm like, oh.
Thank God for indie publishing. Yeah, no, seriously though, I think agents are really just a small hurdle on the path to publishing. It's a lot of hurdles on the path to publishing.
So many.
Let's not say small, just in case. So like, because there are people out there who've been trying to get an agent for years and years. So it's a hurdle. It's a hurdle. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of sad if you think about it in the grand scheme of things. They're just a small hurdle.
Yeah, it's hard because like agents are definitely a hurdle, obviously, and it's honestly about luck and market. Because
making sure you're with a real agent.
That's also true. Schmagents, as Alexa Dunn says.
I wonder what to hold the bananas to bananas. What, in your opinion, is the biggest hurdle, or to anybody, what do you think is the biggest hurdle, other than writing the book itself?
Synopsis. God, writing a synopsis was hell on earth.
Yes.
I don't know. It depends, I think. Like, I think finding good editors, if you're into publishing, is like a huge hurdle because there's so much scam, and I've heard so many horror stories about editors. Yeah, like if you're indie, because you have to hire them yourself. So,
but what? Yeah, share. I'm interested. What's a horror story of a bad editor?
Like if you pay someone, like I don't know how much an editor goes. Like there's like 2 cents per word, so that would be how many in 100,000 manuscript? And then you get like 2 comments in your feedback. Like,
is that for real?
You paid $400 for that. That's cool. And yeah, just like agents or editors like getting your manuscript and then never getting back to you after you pay them. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't seem too easy either. And then you have to have several editors because there's, a developmental one, a line editor, a copy editor, and then maybe you have sensitivity readers. So like finding all the people and then have them do your book justice, I guess, because no one in the end is going to care as much about your book as you do. So like for someone to take your money and then like do a half-assed job, I think is very easy, especially because there's no like everyone can say they're an editor. So if you don't do your due diligence and your research, then it's very easy to get scammed or be scammed.
I find that phrase so interesting, that no one will care about your book as much as you do. And just so we get in our quintessential Twilight talk, I have a legitimate question. Do you
I thought we were going to get there with the vampires, but you skipped right over it. Way to bring it.
Funnily enough, I have never reenacted Twilight in The Sims. I think I was like just out of it at that stage. But anyway, do you think that Stephanie Meyer cares more about Twilight than some of her fans do. Because I think that phrase only goes towards the industry itself of like to help people who are helping you work on the book. I think the shining light at the end of the tunnel is you can have all these people saying nobody cares about your work as much as you do, but you can kind of tell yourself that hopefully there will be someone out there who loves this book even more than I love this book once they read it, you know?
That's
I
a fair
mean,
point.
in the publishing process, I don't think anyone rooted for the book more than Stephanie, but now for sure there are some diehards.
Okay, we got in our mandatory contractually obligated Twilight talk. We can move on.
Here's the thing, though. I think when people become a fan of something, the book then transcends what the original publishing intent was. So the original publishing intent is always to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, so they're trying to get it to be good enough that people will want to buy it. And that in and of itself is a different kind of love. And like, obviously, I think there's two different kinds of, like, you can love a book. Like, obviously, I love The Wrath King. Like, it's my entire being. But then there's also agents and stuff who have to look at, and editors have to look at it critically and be like, how can we make it more marketable? But then there's going to be fans who are like, I don't care if you have a spelling error on page 250. Like, I'm going to dissect this headcanon that I have about your characters because I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's definitely an industry thing, and it's different. You're loving it for a different reason, and of course you can love it for multiple reasons. Like, I would hope that my editor loved my book because they really like and enjoy it.
Oh,
But
that would be the dream, wouldn't it? Jeez.
Yeah, that'd be the dream. I mean,
It is the dream.
Yeah. I mean, they could just want me to be a cash cow, which I'm also okay with.
Traditional publishing sounds cutthroat and terrifying. It does.
It is.
Have you guys seen Michelle Schusterman's recent video on her agent retiring? Would recommend.
No, but I love her videos, so I will check it out. That sounds.
Put a pin in that and circle back to that later.
Yeah.
I know I'm sorry to tell you. I like to think that agents won't let me just wreak a bunch of havoc on there, but theoretically I could pass on a gem or something. Terrifies me.
Oh my
So do you actually read all the manuscripts, or is it just like roll a dice kind of situation, bananas?
Is it all
You don't
based on
have
the
to tell
title?
us,
Tell us the
but-
truth. Is it all just the title?
Yeah. Hello, Michael entered the chat somewhere. There. Hi.
Great.
Man, I'd say the biggest hurdle in traditional publishing is getting that book sold. Then again, a lot of agents are willing to take on projects unless they believe in its marketable potential.
Mm-hmm.
So the agent part can be difficult too. All I'm getting is that every aspect of everything is difficult.
I'm wondering, like, what's the percentage of people who get agents that don't end up selling anything?
Oh.
My editor deserves several of those edits at the same time: line, story, punctuation, timing, etc.
That's nice. Yeah, get you a woman who can do all four of them.
I'm sorry, Danny. We'll soon jump into a new sprint.
Oh, sorry, Danny.
In the end, I'd say that having to make your art marketable is simply the hardest part about the publishing industry.
Weirdly enough, I feel like that's going to be my easiest part because I can like totally, well, we say this and I have not gone through the process yet, so I might be talking real big game, but like, I feel like I can compartmentalize of this was Project EC that I had, and then this was Project EC after it got reconfigured. So.
Well, I mean, James is a piece of white bread, so of course he's going to be marketable.
Statement still stands.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No lies detected. Yes, she wrote the same story 3 ways: Twilight, Midnight Sun, and Life and Death. That's love.
That's a really
That
fair
made me
point.
laugh.
That's a really
Honestly,
fair
no, I
point.
think part of it was her mom, because her mom wanted Midnight Sun, isn't that right?
Mhm.
Her mom was like, you need to give
Her
me
mom and every other person I've ever met,
that. That's
including
true.
me.
What's the Midnight Sun? Is that the
Edward's point of view. It's
Wow.
Edward's point of view.
My husband cares about my book more than I do because the boy wants to retire.
That's awesome.
Let's make that happen for you. One of the agents I'm working with told me, would you be willing to risk your career to try and sell this book? If not, then you're probably not the right agent for it.
Every time you have to think of that, because this is why I could never be an agent. Because I am so indecisive. I'd be like, I mean, I think it's good, but like, what if, oh man, I could not handle that. I could not handle that. Risk your career. That's certainly putting it into perspective. Wait, Bananas, tell us the truth. One bad book, can that like totally tank an agent's career if you have like one bad book that just does not do anything? And like, does it risk your career if you just queer or submit it and nobody's interested in it, or is the risk to your career if somebody's interested in it and you go through the whole publishing process and then it flops? What's the risk that you're considering?
I think it's more of just like thinking in those extremes can make you help make the decision of like whether you should take on this book or not.
That's fair.
I think it's more because obviously I think this is more than just black and white, but I think that's a good question to ask of like, if worst case scenario happens, is this the risk that I'm willing to take? Because obviously that's really extreme. Because like,
right, but I'm like
reading world, like outside of the publishing world, no one gives a fuck about agents.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Nobody knows that they care. You know.
Yeah. So.
Nobody's aware. But I would say but that's what I'm asking is, what is the risk? Is the risk that the book doesn't sell to a publisher, or is the risk that the book doesn't sell at once published? That's my question.
I think that's interesting though, because like I know the book's like first like month of life is like really, really important. But like things like TikTok and YouTube and stuff like are beginning to make like older books that may not have sold as well, like re-enter the charts.
Yeah.
And like suddenly like blow up. So like
they say a backlog is really important.
Yes, especially for indie authors.
Crystal, I didn't have an agent, sold 2 copies, but I still don't count the thing that I went through was real traditional publishing, because apparently agents have been a thing since before I went through all these things.
No, Crystal.
Oh, Crystal. I actually don't know about that. I have a meeting today. I'm going to ask them. Ooh.
Keep us updated. Tell us in the Discord.
Also, can we just make this our public motto?
Everything sucks, but we're here. But here we are anyway.
Here we are anyway. That needs to be on a t-shirt.
I think the risk might be that editors don't trust the agent's taste level anymore, question mark. I'm inclined to think so, Miranda. And with that, we shall join into maybe our last sprint of the day. There might be like a cooldown sprint of 5 minutes. We've been like 2.5 hours, and it's only been 2 sprints, so let's see.
Well, one of them was
Yeah,
like
I
40.
know, but like maybe, definitely.
Is this going to be our last sprint?
This is maybe our last sprint. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, is that what you guys were talking about with maybe? I zoned out again.
Nice to see you're paying as much attention as I do, Wallis.
Sorry. I was thinking about how this sprint I have to lay on my bed because I sat in the chair the last sprint and now my back hurts.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, angle.
Bye.
I agree with Anna. We deserve puppies.
And that is the timer done.
Give me 1 second to collect this thought.
1 moment passed. She ready?
No, give me 17 more seconds.
How did chat do? Let's start with how you did then, Katie.
I just finished. I finished doing the survey for
Whoop, whoop.
beta reading, and I emailed and asked for the next section. So if we do another sprint, I'll be working on my own stuff. Yay!
Yay! I got to page 35. I finished the vase.
Ooh, oh, it's very nice.
Cute.
Yeah, she's bigger now. She's good, like
She's
a
hat.
Jackie Kennedy pillbox hat. I can see it. How did you do that for that sprint, Grape?
I read some more and I thought of a really good idea that I had to catch and put on into my notes before I forgot.
I'm like that too. I'm like literally drop everything just to write something down. How did you do all this?
Good. I made it a little bit further in my review critique thing. That's basically what I did the entire time, and I also continue to write my cover letter. And I have a suggestion. I would suggest we actually do one more sprint so that way I can go get lunch while we're sprinting.
It would be like a 10-minute sprint though.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through the comments and then we'll do like a 10-minute cooldown sprint.
Sounds good.
Maybe I'll do 10 minutes of poppies. Poppies. Just for Anna. No yoga timer though. Bye, Danny. Talk to you later.
Sorry that our conversation made you anxious, although I'm sure you're gone now. So
Final sprint of maybe the final sprint? Yes. And congratulations on your negative test results. Whoop, whoop. And there's some congratulations. And
Oh my
chapter 6
god, Marta,
good luck.
I don't know if you plan on vlogging any during your holiday, but you gotta take the dinos on a plane and do a time lapse of them on a plane, maybe out the window. Oh, that'd be so cute.
That would be cute. That'd be so hard though, because like with stop animation, it takes so long, and the outside the window would be moving, so she doesn't have control over the environment. So I feel like that'd be really hard, but it'd be cute anyway.
I
Yeah.
think if she asked them, they would stop the plane.
At least take one dino, take a picture, and put it in the travel section on the Discord. So that way,
And
we
it
can
has to
see.
be banana, naturally.
Well,
No.
what's the one?
Custard.
What's the one that's the
Honey
big brother of
custard.
them all?
Or Neptune.
Coffee. I like coffee.
Banana.
Neptune is
Coffee.
also cute. I love Neptune.
Banana.
Not us
Poor
knowing
Coffee.
the names of the fucking dinos. We're such nerds.
Oh,
Maybe just one,
you're
maybe a
leaving them
single one.
behind? You're leaving them behind.
They're gonna
And
be
just
so
a little
sad.
picture out the airplane window or a little time lapse, nothing
Hey,
fancy.
coffee, please.
Just a little time lapse.
Hey, coffee. Coffee's
I
such a
mean,
good
she doesn't
brother.
have to
You
do the
deserve
stop
to-
animation.
Yeah. Coffee's such a good big brother. He deserves.
That's how bullying works. And it's going to be bananas,
No,
right?
it's gonna be coffee.
It's going to be bananas.
No, not banana.
This is not a question. This is a
Banana
request. Is the
is
request
I
a
don't,
question?
I don't think it matters who goes as long as one of them goes. Okay.
No, here's my thing. From a personality standpoint, Coffee is the oldest child, and always the oldest child gets to travel first. Also, isn't it Banana who got lost and stuck in the blinds? Banana is helpless. Banana cannot be trusted to go and
How dare
travel.
you
almost
slander
overran
bananas
herself
like that?
on accident.
But I'm just saying, Banana's just little. Banana's just little. Banana needs time to grow and mature before they get to go to Spain.
What better way to grow and mature than travel? Experience
No,
other
Marta
cultures.
Marta does not need to be babysitting Banana the entire time. Marta needs
Not you, Lexi.
Marta needs a dino who knows how to take care of themselves and who's a natural leader, so that way Marta doesn't have to be worrying all the time.
That's
that they're gonna
not
get in trouble.
Coffee.
Violet has a great suggestion, making a poll on Discord. Make a poll.
Oh yes, I agree. And
Banana doesn't win. It's rigor mortis. I'm gonna rig it.
Oh, coffee.
Rigor mortis.
Yeah.
Who's Morris?
It's the Drag Race expression.
So good.
Haven't you seen it? Yeah, you've seen it, Catherine.
Yeah, that's what I said. Who's Morris?
Yeah. Oh. Haha.
Haha. Anyway. Rigor Morris. So
But yeah, let's cool down with a 10-minute banana sprint.
Alright. I'll go get lunch.
Banana
Right.
doing puppies.
Oh, shit.
Bye.
Are you still here, Anna? Do you need puppies?
puppies. Oh my gosh, I almost deleted something I wasn't supposed to.
Puppies are cute, though. Oh, stop it. There's a dancing banana timer.
How cute.
That is... It's gonna need some...
No, you're not allowed to do banana propaganda while I'm not here. You have to kind of.
What happened to lunch, Wallace?
I was putting on my shoes and I heard you. If you're gonna do banana, then you also have to have a coffee timer going.
Sure, I'll do that.
What about a honey timer, honey custard?
No.
Are we just gonna forget about Danny's namesake?
I'm gonna forget about Lex's namesake.
Banana wasn't named after Lexi though.
Wasn't it though?
That's just happenstance.
Yeah.
This sounds like coffee propaganda to me. I'm sorry, but she has... Oh, this is god-awful. Okay, so this is gonna have flashing light warning.
Oh. Okay.
Just so you know it. Let's see. You're gonna be terrified of this. This is not TomTom. This is not okay.
Oh no. I don't trust it. Oh god. Oh, no.
I am not a fan.
Absolutely not.
Can we please take this off of my screen?
What?
This is so much.
Why is it wearing a belt?
Why is
To
that
build its peel up. Why else?
Why does it not have feet? Like legs attached to
Yes,
its feet. But no, it has no legs, or no arms, but the other ones do.
Oh no, this is horrible.
I didn't know we were such critics today, Devasha.
When am I not a critic? You know what?
That
I
was
think
disgusting. I never want to see that again. I'm sorry, bananas. I'm sorry, Lexi. Oh my god, someone's going.
It was universally loved and enjoyed by everyone. Thank you, Violet.
Rigged, Violet. You have rigged it.
I mean, there was universal praise for this.
Oh dear god. Oh god, no. What? I feel like we kind of have to use it now. Bananas claims the chaotic energy.
This is just lies and slander
Coffee
everything.
propaganda.
Coffee propaganda.
Fine. You better fucking still be here, Anna. This is a fucking waste of time.
What?
So how did everyone do for their final sprint?
I ate lunch.
Nice.
Well, I'm eating lunch. Currently in the act of eating.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I
People
think I
pay good
spent
money to
about
watch that.
I think I spent about 7 of those minutes looking at the Discord and trying to decide which dinosaur I should vote for.
Wait, I gotta see
Banana.
this. No.
I haven't voted yet. I'm still contemplating.
How did you
Well, we
do,
don't have to
Catherine?
vote on more than one.
No, you can only vote on one. Double
I
votes
don't
will be
think so.
cancelled.
I don't think that's the rules of Discord.
I
but-
just set the rules.
She just
Sorry.
told Sasha not to vote on all of them, so I think the rules apply to you as well, Wallace.
Oh. Well, but I'm the owner of the Discord, so I'm just kidding.
How did you do, Catherine?
Well, my mother called me, so I talked to her for 7 of those minutes. She called me. She's downstairs, so this is the family dynamic. She had to send an email.
Understand.
She read the email and she was like, "Does this sound good?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just send me an email." And then I started working on some magic system-y things for the Eclipse project.
Ooh, exciting. I got to page 44 and she's beginning to grow.
Look at her.
Oh, that's
she's
so cute.
I love that.
Yeah. She's a grower,
I'm
not a
s-
shower.
Oh my god.
I'm still disappointed it's not like huge.
How,
I mean,
it's
it's
pretty
cute,
big
but-
for a Lego.
I want it to
I
be like
expected huge.
I'm not building a palm tree out of Legos, Devasia.
Well, why not?
I'm
Yeah,
not
why
in
not?
charge of your expectations. I'm sorry. I don't need to
Sounds
set
like you're a
myself on
coward.
fire to keep you warm.
You're a coward, is what you are.
But anyway, here she is.
I do love her.
Maybe I'll post a picture on Discord. No, what's the other thing I use? Instagram when I'm done. Let's see how. Well, first of all, the banana was a hit.
I missed it. I don't know what you guys showed off, but there was some uproar in the comments.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
I had to give like a strobe warning before I played the timer because it was intense.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Spent the time sprint posting a Discord. I see banana is winning. Thank you, Sasha, for being on the right side. Oh no,
No,
coffee is
Sasha!
winning.
Yeah, I was going to say coffee was winning.
Coffee
Oh,
is
yeah.
win.
Am I mean if I remove all reactions?
If you do that,
Yes.
I will remove your ability to be a mod on the Discord if you do that. I will up the
Sacrifice.
ante.
I'm willing to make. I mean, joke's on you. If you all voted on all of them and that's a tie, I get to choose my own companion dino. I'm tempted to vote banana, but I don't know anything about the dino lore yet. I don't want to be biased. LMAO. I think you should be biased. Help me and Sasha. You know me and Sasha. We're friends. Like, make good choices like me and Sasha do. It's all I'm begging. I packed up Lupin and sent him off to his Jima grandma for the week while we are on vacation. Ooh, nice. Where are you going? I mean, in Luxembourg, you could go anywhere. Coffee is still winning, sadly, yes. Not for long, though. And I think that concludes this week's shenanigans.
We actually made it to 3 hours this time, guys.
Wow.
Have we not before?
Since we last 3 hour stream was before we broke up the quartet.
You
know how
Have
we're
I
on
not-
the break.
Before we were not full. Before we were not whole. I think Devasia and I only did like an hour and a half. We were like,
Oh,
"Doo-doo."
Hey, I think we did 2 hours.
It was great though. It was awesome.
Not
Do you
long.
want to introduce yourself, ladies?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I am the real illiterate critic, also known as Devasia, also known as Grapefry. Wow. Bye.
Peace
Head
out.
into no thoughts.
Bye everybody. It was so good to hang out with all 4 of you guys. Well, all 3 of you guys, and then everybody in the chats. My channel is Wallisimo. I would love to promise that content is coming. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm illiterate Anne. I've returned from my 2 weeks of vacation. Just kidding.
When did you all change your names to
I
illiterate?
have no idea. This is news to me.
I changed mine during the banana fiasco when Steve was like, I didn't know you were such a critic.
You even had capitalized everything. Shh.
Wow. Gonna have to revoke
doesn't
you by
count.
Yeah, so I'm illiterate and I recently come back from vacation. Didn't post a video on Thursday because I'm terrible. But great news, I'm going to be streaming with Danny Somber Honey on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So I'm finally going to get a Danny wrench. I'm so excited.
Exciting.
Yeah, so follow me if you want inconsistent content, me being chaotic on main. Bye!
And I'm your boy, Steeg. Thank you for coming. Discord below. Toodles.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.